Okay, sample problem 811. Draw the Lewis structure of chlorine dioxide, ClO2. This is actually a molecule that chemists were very interested in figuring out the structure of over the years. Chlorine dioxide is a radical. It's a free radical, meaning it has an odd number of electrons. There's an unpaired electron in its structure. This is an exception to the octet rule. The central atom, which is chlorine, will not have 8 electrons because it has an odd number of electrons. You need even number of electrons for the octet rule to work. So here's what we do. We start it pretty much just like we would with any normal Lewis structure. Chlorine is the central atom. Chlorine is in its element 7A, or it's in column 7A, I should say. So it has 7 valence electrons. Oxygen is in 6A, so it has 6. So the total number of electrons would be 7 for the chlorine plus 6 for each oxygen. So that's 19 electrons. So there's our odd numbers. So generally you follow the same routine. You get the surrounding atoms up to 8. I should say that we already used 4. So we're down to 15. And then we're just going to get the surrounding atoms up to 8. They generally will have 8. So there's 12. So we got 3 left. And then we just put them on the central atom. Okay? So if you take a look at it, the chlorine atom does not have 8. It has 7. It's electron deficient. But that's what happens. And it's reactive. These types of molecules are reactive because that unpaired electron, just to kind of point out, it's in an orbital, and there's only 1 electron there. Whereas the lone pairs, we can think of those as being paired electrons. They're more stable when they're paired up. So it's reactive because there's room in here. We could add another electron. What does that mean? That means that ClO2, it might react with another ClO2 because each of those chlorine atoms would need 1 electron. So maybe they could pair up and form a bond. That's a possibility. Okay? That does happen in certain chemical reactions. So there we go. So you get the surrounding atoms up to 8, and then the central atom, if you have additional electrons, just add them up. If you have an odd number, it's just going to be an odd number, and that's your Lewis structure.